The sizzle, the sizzle, the sizzle, the sizzle, the sizzle, the sizzle, the sizzle.
Welcome back to the Sizzle. Myself, the Prophet. I know one thing, and that's everything. I see all, I know all. And we got my co-host once again. You know what time it is. My boy Just with the Knicks beanie. What's
Uh,
up, bro? How you doing? How was your week?
This week is crazy, man. It's but it's Friday, so I won't complain. Friday and we here, so ready to get
Nah,
into it.
I feel you, man. It's been a long week. News in the sports world, news in real life, politics, whatever, celebrities, but the sports world been going crazy. This is our first episode since the championship game, the NFC. We had Eagles versus Commanders, and then we had the AFC. We definitely got to talk about. We had Chiefs versus Bills.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
two
no,
for two, 2 for 2, by the way. Throwing that out there to the prophet himself.
2 for 2. I
Yeah,
mean,
my
you took
picks.
you took the Chiefs.
Yeah, I told you that.
Hmm, I don't remember that, but all right, whatever. 2 for 2. But let's talk about the Eagles and Commanders. Let's talk about the QB that you said is regressing or is whack. I don't know what you're saying. But let's talk about that, dude. And what you thought about that game. You did say it was gonna be a blowout. I remember that.
I did
I remember
not think
that.
that was going to be close. Yeah, I mean, it was a home run first play of the game though, and that didn't come. That had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. So, it's great, yo. Saquon, I mean, he just it is what it is, bro. Like I don't want to be, get into like the recency bias and be like, oh yeah, Saquon is the best we ever seen, because that's not the case at all. But what he's doing right now is, we haven't really seen this in the last few years. He's bringing the running back, and like
He
I,
went.
I know for you, growing up. For me, growing up, like the running back was like
He
that
went.
was it.
He
Running
went.
back was God.
Wins
So
the
this is
Super
beautiful to
Bowl.
see.
Sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say if he wins the Super Bowl, it creates. I wouldn't say it creates, but it reestablishes the running back market for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, definitely, and you see it happening. It's happening across the league, right? Like the top teams that are getting there. Like, granted, the Chiefs, Pacheco got hurt this year, but they still had a pretty solid enough run game with, like, adding multiple guys in there. But even in the NFC, right, we saw what Detroit was able to do, get to 15-2, and they had, the best tandem that we've seen in the league. And just across the board, like we see Derrick Henry come back when everybody essentially, like, nobody wanted to pay him, and Baltimore got him on the cheap, and now look what they were able to do this season, putting him along with Lamar. So I love it, bro. Like, this kind of feels like real football is coming back between that and, like, safeties making plays again. Like that position is being prioritized. So, what Saquon is doing, like, everybody got to pay homage to him, because we've missed this in football for a very long time, where the running back is that dominant, position.
And I don't want to dismiss Christian McCaffrey from last year too. Like I want to put him out there as
True.
well. I think the media is more has to do with, I guess, the for us as fans kind of. And I was never that type of guy because I played running back in high school, played running back in college. I always appreciate the position, but the general fans, I feel like the media made it seem like the running backs were not. I don't want to say useless, but hey, we could get a fifth round pick. It doesn't matter. It's no big difference between a fifth round pick and a first round pick type of thing. And
Yeah.
I always disagree with that because of game changers, and that's why I think a lot of GMs need to be fired. This was in one of our topics that I wanted to speak about, but I'm just gonna put it in real quick. The New York Giants GM, I forget his name.
Joe
Hard Knock.
Shane. Yeah.
He
Joe
needs to
Shane.
get fired. I think it was the worst move for them to have that Hard Knocks. It just worked out perfectly in Saquon's for Saquon, and a nightmare for the Giants to have that Hard Knocks off season and happen what how it's happening. And if he wins the Super Bowl, he becomes the best. I think it shows a couple things. He can be a top five running back of all time if he stays healthy for the next couple of years. Or if he even just rewinding a little bit, if he had a great line, a great organization from the beginning, he probably been breaking records from earlier, right?
Yeah, that part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, moving forward now, like, yeah,
He can still
that's
do
another
it. He just need
conversation.
one or two more big years. Because look at Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry started off slow too, and Saquon never started off slow. He was just hurt a little bit some years. He was coming
Yeah, no.
the lines. But there's you can he can still be that guy. But yeah, I'm gonna let you continue and talk about the Eagles unless you're done. But I just want to say the Giants GM should get fired, and I don't want dudes to not feed their families, but certain moves that you do and the way you go about it, it's not that he said he didn't want Saquon. I don't know what was going on in internally, but from the show, it just seemed like it pretty much was like bro, we don't need him. He whack, like he irrelevant.
Well, yeah, and the thing about it is they came from Buffalo, right? So they were playing, Josh Allen really didn't have a dominant back. Like this is the first year James Cook is really taken off this way. He's been decent, but they were able to win without a dominant back. So they're like, yo, why are we gonna pay Saquon? But the thing about it that's like weird is that this guy is not just a regular guy. Like take the on-field stuff away, like everything that he's done for your organization. And then when you put that next to paying Daniel Jones, who he had 15 passing touchdowns and got them to the playoffs. But like you're giving him 40 million for 15 passing touchdowns. Like that part was crazy. And then you let Saquon walk out the door. So like I think everybody is it's hard not to like Saquon as is. And
The
then when
first,
you
yep.
see the production on the field, it's like, this is exactly what we wanted to see happen, and it sucks for the Giants fan base. But as from an organizational standpoint, I'm glad this happened to them because now, like you said, it puts that value back on the running back position.
I want to say you said something like Daniel Jones brought them to the playoffs. I think Saquon brought them to the playoffs, and that defense.
Nah, yeah. That's
I'm
what,
not
yeah.
I'm the same when fans think, oh, Daniel Jones went to the playoffs. Like, if it wasn't for Saquon, Daniel Jones wouldn't have that great of a year. Um, and like you said, it's not about saying, hey, we don't want Saquon on the team. It's just like, hey, like Saquon wanted to be. All you had to do was match it, right? But if you look at the show, they thought Devin Singletary and was going to be a great replacement. And the rookie Tracy's not bad. I can't front. But he not. There's a difference between being a good running back and a game changer. Saquon is a game changer. Christian McCaffrey is a game changer. Derrick Henry is a game changer. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's a game changer. Bijan Robinson, these guys are game changers, and if they can stay healthy, they're different. And before we continue, I just want to talk about Jaden Daniels. He even though his year came to an end last Sunday, he had a great year. I feel like if it wasn't for those fumbles, it would have been a much closer game. Austin Eckler fumbling, the kick returner fumbling, um, and even after it was kind of close until Jalen Hurts got busy, the one that regresses every year.
He is regressing. I stand by that. So he played well. He played well enough, but the game didn't fall on his shoulders. But he played well. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm gonna say this, and we could keep having this same conversation. Day one, I said he had regressed from the play that we saw in the Super Bowl in 2023. Now in 2025, he's back there. I hope and pray that he has a phenomenal performance, so we do not have to see the Chiefs win. Again, on his side of this one. But overall, dominant performance. Like I said, we gotta run back the tape, right? Because I don't know the nickname. I ain't really. I'm keeping just as is. But at the end of the day, I called it for what it was going to be. They got to Jaden early on. And Washington's defense had no answer for the run game, and that was it. At the end of the
But the
day,
game could have
so
been closer if it wasn't for the fumbles.
it could
I'm
have
gonna
been,
agree to
yeah, the
that.
turnovers definitely. He settled in. So Jaden settled in and was playing. He played well. Like I'm not taking anything away from him either. But defensively, like this is hard to stop, especially when um your court Jalen can get out the pocket and move, and then you of course your focus is on Saquon. So shout out to the Eagles fans, man. They back again. Like I have no hate for the Eagles fans, and I again hope and pray we will not have to see a Chiefs three-peat.
There's one thing that I want to ask you. Cam Newton always asks this question. And then we could talk about Cam Newton the next after we talk about the Chiefs and Bills game. But I want to ask you this question: is Jalen Hurts? He regresses. He regresses a year, game after game, year after year, day after
Not what
day.
I said. It's not what I said.
No, but
Not what I
let me
said.
ask you a question:
Yeah, me.
is Jalen Hurts a game manager or a game changer?
That's my thing. He has all the ability to be a game changer, and we've seen him do
So
it.
answer the
We've
question: is he a
we've seen
game?
him do it. But over the last, like this season particularly, he was a game manager, and that's what he had to be. He wasn't asked to be much more than that. But from a talent standpoint, we've seen it, the intangibles. He has all the ability to be a superstar quarterback in the NFL, but he hadn't been that. He hadn't, and you can't argue that, yo. The
Sizzler,
numbers don't
Sizzlers.
tell us that he had not been that guy.
But he
On this
has.
past Sunday,
He
he
has.
played well enough to win,
He
and
has.
then moving forward, we'll see what happens when you got to go toe to toe with Pat.
Jalen Hurts is a game changer that can manage a game.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Huh?
There's nothing wrong with being a
That's what
game
I'm
manager
saying.
either.
That's nothing wrong with that. He is a game changer, but he
Right.
knows how to manage a game. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to win. The Jets don't know that, right?
What does
But
that have to do?
he,
What does the Jets have to do with
you're
any
not
part
used
of
to
the
winning.
conversation?
You're
That's
not used.
crazy. That's crazy. That's
He
really
wins
crazy. Jets,
from
we're not
Jalen.
even talking about the Jets. We talking
Jalen
about the
Hurts.
AFC.
Do
We
you
haven't
understand?
been talking about the
Nah, brother,
AFC
can
and
you
you
listen
bringing
to
up
me?
the
Can you listen to me?
Jets. We're on your mind. That's
Jalen
crazy.
Hurts,
That's crazy.
from when he became a full season starter, has made the playoffs every single year. He's a winner at Alabama, and he has that humbleness to him. But if you get a little rowdy, he's gonna step up his game. He is what it is. But we're gonna continue to talk about this until the Super Bowl. Like you, I want the Eagles to win. I'm not gonna go into death yet because we got a couple more episodes into the Super Bowl. But I want the Eagles to win. Everyone knows that I hate the Chiefs and I think they cheat and I think they have a devil agreement and I think they suck and I think they're overrated. And that's why I'm going to continue to talk about the Bills and Chiefs game. They were not supposed to win the game. The Bills crumbled. The coach crumbled. The QB crumbled. They should have
Not
gave
gonna
James
put that
Cook the
on
ball
him.
more.
We're not
I
gonna
think
put that
they
on
should.
him.
Huh?
You're not gonna put that on him, bro. They got 29 points. 29 should be enough for me to win.
So let me say my point, and then you could say your
Pardon.
truth.
Go for it.
So I'm number one is not the blame doesn't go to Josh Allen for number one. It goes to the coaches, right? Why run a play if it doesn't work? So first of all, the tush push or the version of the tush push that the Bills do, it wasn't working the whole game. The Chiefs knew what gap he was going in, and they kept doing it. That's bad coaching. First of all, they don't do the tush push right. You need players to push you from behind, which they don't, right? And again, it wasn't working. That fourth down that changed the game when they were up by like 2 points and they had the ball. They would have scored and put up two possessions or whatever or 8 point game. You have to get that. And running that same play, knowing the Chiefs stopped it 4 times before that, was a horrible coaching decision, right? Second, with the coaches, James Cook was not involved. The Chiefs couldn't stop Joe Mixon divisional round. They could not stop James Cook um championship round. But James Cook only had 15 touches, averaging 8 yards a touch, bro. And they wasn't feeding him the ball. You know why? They want Josh Allen to be the hero. They want Josh Allen to carry the team on the back. So when he wins, oh, Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that. No.
Bro, that's been his MO.
No, but that's how you win. You always
But
go
that
against the
but
Kansas City Chiefs and you accept them. You're accepting that?
no, but if that's been who he's been for his entire the majority of his career, like we've said, we're giving him the ball, go win us the
It's not
game.
working. It's not
In
working.
this instance, no, it didn't work. It didn't
And
work. But that last possession, Dalton Kincaid catch the ball. Like, yeah, it's a miracle play, but you can make that play. Like, you're paid to do that. Catch the ball, it's in your hand.
Cake should
There,
put that ball.
there was no protection for him. But they
No, I want
also
no. Let me cut you off there. Let me cut you off there. There's a couple of things that Josh Allen could have done. If you're elite QB, these are the things you do. First, I want to talk about the first drive when he almost threw 2 picks in 2 plays. He was nervous. He didn't want to be there.
yeah,
All
it's
right,
understandable. They stayed in the game.
fast forward to the last play. First of all, you have to slide the protection. Read the defense, my brother. Everyone talking about the protection, but as a QB, you are the general. You control your front line. He did not do it. Second, Josh Allen messed up. He made a crazy throw with Kincaid. Kincaid should have dropped that, but Josh Allen missed the read. Shakir was wide open on the flat, and the play was supposed to go to him. If Josh Allen just knew how to be poised, if Josh Allen knew how to be a QB and
Yo,
take
what?
a hit in the moment and throw it to Shakir, he
Now
would
you
have got
don't
the
take
first
hits.
down.
You got me apologizing for a guy that I could care less about because you're talking about him like you're talking about him in the way that you think I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. That's what you're doing. You're positioning Josh Allen essentially to be a bum
He's
with
not a
no
bum. I
with
never
no
say he's a
ball
bum. I never say
intelligence
he's a bum. I'm saying he's a
for
loser.
making the simple plays that need to be
I'm,
made.
I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm saying he's a loser. He doesn't win games. He wins games, but he doesn't win the important games. You got to make that play. But that's just me. I think coaching was the number one component
Yeah,
to
for
why they
sure.
lost. I think Josh Allen was second, and I'm not gonna disregard. There was too many horizontal screen passes. They didn't throw the ball upfield too much. They got Amari Cooper in the game early and then stopped.
But here's my argument, right? The things that you're saying, the dink and dunk, dump off pass, captain check down, all of that. Essentially what the Chiefs were doing. Like the Chiefs weren't making big plays down the field either. It was death by a thousand paper cuts. They were running the ball, and the Bills D line really wasn't stepping up to the plate when they needed to and stopping the run. Even on the last possession, they had opportunities to at least try to, make something happen, and they couldn't do it. And so hats off to the Chiefs. This is taking it back to the conversation between the Pats dynasty, that we want to call a dynasty, and what the Chiefs are doing right now, right? You had what, a 2-year window where it was like really showboat offense. Other than that, y'all were winning off this like straight system, Tom Brady, Julian Elder. Like, think about who your receivers were, bro.
Yeah,
Like Pat is doing the same thing. Is
no,
it's
he's not.
really
He has
yes, he
help.
is. They
Yeah.
they're literally bro, they're literally doing exactly what you guys did. It's no longer like
But
it's,
no, but
it's
they
no
have
longer
they have they
exciting
have they have
football.
talent. They have talent.
They got what?
They have talent. They
I'm
got
not saying you didn't have talent. I'm not saying you didn't have talent, but what I'm saying is the style of play, right? You guys were just inserting running backs, picking guys up off the street, right? Running the ball, keeping the ball away, hope maintaining possession. Tom Brady's not making mistakes, but it's never any like flashy play. And you got to take your hat off to them, like, yo, like they're doing, they're essentially following that same playbook. They have quality guys. Like, we're not calling Hollywood Brown a number one. Like, they don't have Rasheed Rice this year.
Hollywood Brown was
Like
number
they,
one on the Ravens, and he was the number one on the Arizona.
Hollywood Brown is not a number one.
He's
He
the
was he
first
was the
round.
number one on the Ravens because they didn't have anybody.
Hollywood Brown is the number one.
Come on, bro. That's another
First
topic.
round draft pick. Xavier
That don't
Worthy.
mean he's a one.
Xavier Worthy is a first round draft pick, right?
He's all they
Juju's a
have weapons. You
Juju's a
guys
former
had weapons.
Juju's a former All Pro. They still got D
We
Hop.
talking
They
Juju? Come
still
on.
got D Hop.
Who's
They got
what is it? What is
bro,
it?
and Kelsey.
Juju and D Hop both not really impacting the game. Juju
No,
had one
because
big
they're
play,
really
two
impacting the
catches.
game and just playing your role. D Hop could
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. You're making my argument. That's what I'm saying. You had guys who played a role in New England. They have guys
but
in
New
Kansas City
England
who are
never
playing
had
a
all
role.
pro receivers like that, bro.
Look, what do you
Our best receiver was
mean?
Edelman, even though I think Edelman should be a Hall of Famer. But Edelman,
Bro, you
Amendola,
you guys had similar caliber of players. Like Hollywood Brown is not a one.
he didn't have
Look,
anyone running a 4-1, 4-2. Xavier Worthy runs a
all
4-2.
right,
We
all
never
right,
had
because
that.
that's
What are you
that's
talking
that's
about?
all that matters when it comes to playing receiver in the league.
It doesn't.
Xavier
We
Worthy
never
is
had
currently
that.
a role player. He's playing a role. Yes. But what I'm saying right now is it's not again the down the field plays that we saw them come up with when they had Tyreek, right? When they had MVS. It's not that same style of offense. So they've transitioned, and that's what you guys did back in the day. So as a Pats fan, you should be able to appreciate what they're doing right now while still
I don't
rooting
appreciate
against them.
anything because, again, when you refs is helping you out, I can't appreciate that. I can't appreciate that. Refs are helping you out, right? I don't think there was no crazy calls in that Bills Chiefs
The
game, but
fourth down play was crazy.
oh yeah, the catch. Yeah. The rest is
Oh, that too. That too. I'm talking about
oh
the
yeah,
the QB sneak. Yeah.
the sneak. Yeah, the rest. And then, yeah, you're right. The rest cheated again. That's what I'm saying. If the refs is to stay out the game, this be refs, the Chiefs wouldn't be where they're at. The Patriots had to. Everyone hated the Patriots for some reason. Refs hated the Patriots. Fans hated the Patriots. The
Y'all
GM hated.
got
I mean, the commissioner
Brady
hated
got
the
his
Patriots. But
Brady got his fair share, bro. But yeah, no, the quote there was definitely the catch was crazy. Xavier Worthy, that was crazy. Like, how was that a catch? And then the fourth down call, he clearly got it.
he got it. But
The ref
again,
said he got it.
I go
The
back to
other dude,
coaching. Don't put the game in the refs' hands. If they gave the ball to James Cook, they would have got the first down.
yeah, it was a dumb play call. It
If
was
it was the
another bad
first
play
time they
call.
did the play, I'll be like, all right, cool. They did it like
Yeah,
5 times, and it
yeah,
was never working like that, bro.
yeah. It was a piss poor play call.
Bad coaching. They all should get fired. That's just me. Anyways, next up, this is one topic we're going to talk about. I don't know what you're gonna say. But we before our pre-game film, we talked about this topic, and the question is not I guess it's gonna be a question, but Cam Newton came out and said he would he would not switch a Super Bowl ring for his MVP trophy. My question to you: do you agree with that statement? And obviously, we're not Cam Newton. We don't know. We would
Yeah.
never NFL MVPs. We never were a 6'5", QB that runs a 4.6, blah blah blah, da da da. Led the team to Super Bowl. Is what it is. But from your point of view, what do you think?
So I think the context matters in what he said because he started naming guys like Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson and being essentially being a bystander on the championship team. And so I think because it's football and because he's a quarterback, had he won a Super Bowl that year, and it wasn't to my memory, it wasn't a close game. Like that was the game where they would talk about him not diving for the loose ball, not diving for the fumble and all that. But had he won a Super Bowl that year, I think his legacy is different, even without the MVP. Like his number's still the same. He doesn't win the MVP, but he has a Super Bowl title. I think Cam is looked at a lot differently because people don't even remember Cam winning MVP. Like people forget how crazy Cam was. No, like I'm not saying that he was that people forget how good he was. I'm saying that specific season. Like that's not something that's top of mind when you think about Cam Newton.
Hmm?
But what the first thing that comes up in the conversation when you talk about quarterbacks is did they win a Super Bowl? So in the context of like conversations specifically around NFL quarterbacks, yes, he should win a Super Bowl ring, but when it comes to like being an individual and like, yo, I did like what he said, I did my part, I stood my ground. It technically wasn't on me that we didn't win, and I'm an MVP at the end of the day. Like, I can respect that.
So, what's your answer? What's your
It's
answer?
me. If it's me,
Yes.
if I'm Cam Newton, if I'm so it's a hard question to answer because I think the context is challenging. It's a
So,
poor question.
what's your answer, bro?
I don't
Would
have an
you?
answer. I'm telling you, I don't have an
We don't do this
answer.
in the
It's a
sizzle.
poor
What's your
question.
answer?
They set him up.
No, no.
They
What's
set
your
him up. I'm
answer?
trying to
If
defend the
you
man.
were an NFL player, would you rather have an MVP trophy or a Super Bowl ring?
Based on the circumstance in that situation, I'm taking the trophy. I'm taking the MVP.
Why?
But if I'm an average guy, if I'm just QB1 and
No,
I'm
it's not.
Mark
It's not.
Sanchez, I'm
We're
taking the Super Bowl.
You're
Like
an MVP. You're not an average guy, bro.
what
Listen,
I'm saying is they set him up, bro.
I
Like
don't think
Stephen
they.
A. Whoever asked the question set him up.
I don't think they set him up. I think it
I
was a
think
good
they
question.
did because now it's clickbait. And now, oh, Cam's a selfish guy. He's not a selfish guy, bro. But what he's saying is like, yo, I did my thing. Like I'm Cam. Like it is what it is at the end of the day.
Okay, so I disagree. I agree with your point because I'm gonna ask a question. I would take the MVP over the. I
Yeah.
disagree with what you said. You said if he won the Super Bowl and he had the same stats, his legacy. First of all, you can't win. You cannot win the MVP with the stats he had in 2015. And I also disagree with you. What you say you don't think about that MVP season. That season
I
was
didn't say I don't think
legendary.
about it. I didn't say I didn't think about it. I'm saying the general consensus, like people
Nah,
don't
that
think about
season
Cam.
was
People think Cam
legendary. That was a
exactly like
legendary
yeah.
season. So I, I'm gonna let you go. But so if he won if with what he did, he could not win the MVP. But if he had, I guess, lower stats and he won the championship, I don't think his legacy would be the same, bro. Listen, I
I
think
think it would. Go
nah,
ahead.
nah. He won that MVP, and one thing when he was talking, it just made me think because I think if before this, I probably would have said championship. I don't know. But why I would keep the MVP because it's not only a individual award, it makes impact on everyone. During that 2015 season, everyone was dabbing. Everyone was ah, everyone was going crazy, bro. Everyone wanted to be Superman. He made an impact for the kids, for the NFL fans. Cam Newton 2015 was different, bro. So he made an impact. If he wasn't dogging like that and just won a championship ring, his impact would not be the same. So of course, on a selfish point of view, your impact is more important than I guess a team award, and that's my opinion. Like what if people? I think 100 years down the line, people still gonna remember. I would say 100 because everyone probably be dead. Let's say 25 years down the line, people still gonna remember that MVP season of Cam Newton when everyone was dabbing and doing and Superman.
But if you're not in tune with the league, like to the average fan, nobody is going to remember that.
Nah, you're
But
bugging.
in no, yes, no, I'm not because I'm saying like from an average fan standpoint, right? If let's say you're just a regular Carolina Panthers fan, you would remember a Super Bowl more than you would remember, yeah, Cam Newton won the MVP. Like
Yes,
the Super Bowl will be more impactful for you than like, yeah, Cam had a hell
I'm
of a
not. I'm not
season,
saying.
the
I'm
best
not
season we
saying.
ever had. So and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, if the context matters, because if you're talking about like where we ranking quarterbacks, like where we ranking quarterbacks from a winning standpoint, like Cam didn't win. But if
Maybe.
we talking where the same conversation is going to happen for Lamar, even though Lamar is having a better, like a more a longer running career than Cam had when he was in his peak. He is, bro. Cam's
No,
peak
no, I
wasn't
agree
that
with you, but
long.
you about to say that Lamar Jackson, if he doesn't win a ring, his
We're
impact.
gonna be having the same conversations about
Stop,
Lamar.
bro. You're
Bro,
bugging.
they already do. They already
Oh my
do. They
god!
already
Look at
say, like,
Michael Vick. Look at
bro,
Michael Vick.
what a,
Michael Vick
exact.
has no rings, and we still talk about Michael
We
Vick.
do, we do, you and I do. They don't,
Yes,
bro.
they
Like
do.
the narrative
Who's
on the
they? Who's
quarterback is
they? Who's
about
they?
winning.
Who's
The
they?
narrative on the quarterback is about winning, bro. They do
No,
not
but the
care.
impact is different, bro.
They
Oh,
don't
you
care.
can't,
They don't
bro,
talk
bro.
about Vic. They don't even
Just.
talk
Now
about Vic as
you
the guy
bugging
no
out.
more. That's
You
what I'm
bug.
saying. Vic is essentially like, unless you're directly in Atlanta and you are a Atlanta Falcons fan, bro. The
Bro,
Vic narrative
everyone was
is not
playing
that Vic
Madden with
won.
Michael Vick at one point, bro. What are you talking about?
What?
Everyone became a Mike Vick fan, not in the.
But that's what I'm saying. In the moment, yes, they live it. We love
People
it.
still talk
But
about Mike
after
Vick
the fact,
now.
bro, after the fact, down the line, when we talk about great quarterbacks, Michael Vick's name is never brought up.
Mike Vick was never. I'm not talking about Mike Vick as a top five, top 10 QB. I'm saying Mike Vick's impact
Yeah, we know
is.
that, but that's not
That's
what
what
the
I'm
question. That's not
saying,
the
bro.
conversation.
Cam Newton's. I'm not saying Cam Newton's impact of the league,
Oh,
bro. That
that's
but
not the that's not what he was asked though. Then that's not what I'm saying.
uh,
I'm saying when we talk about a quarterback, what's the measure of a quarterback? Did you win? Did you win?
we're
Did
not.
you win it or
We're
not?
not talking about just if you're a top five
Okay,
player, top 10 player. We're talking
okay,
about impact of the National Football League. We're talking
okay.
about, damn, I remember Mike Vick wilding. I remember
Yeah, of
Cam
course we
Newton
do.
wilding that in those couple years when he was healthy. I
Of
remember
course.
Lamar Jackson being a beast. There's
Yes.
impacts. So
Lamar,
my thing is, if he doesn't have that impact, let's say he's not. Let's say the defense carried him that season, right? And he won a championship. No one would be talking about Cam Newton like that. He wouldn't be on TV like that. I remember when he went to Super Bowl, everyone that didn't watch football was rooting for him because he was black, bro. The impact is different. The swag is
right?
different.
That's not the question. That's
What
not
the-
it. So, all right. So let me ask you this. All right. I got the perfect scenario for you. So essentially, what Cam was asked, right, is would you rather be Eli Manning or Cam Newton? That's what Cam is asked, right? Right or wrong?
Okay.
Eli Manning is going to the Hall of Fame without an MVP, without being a top
He
five
shouldn't
quarterback
be
at
in the
any
Hall of
point in
Fame.
his career.
He should be in the Hall
What?
of Fame. He shouldn't have been in the Hall. Eli Mann's not a Hall of Famer.
He's not right now,
No,
but
no,
he's going
he's
to get
not a
there.
Hall of Famer.
Regardless of what
They're
you and
gonna
I think,
put. They're
Eli is
gonna
going
put.
to the hole,
They're
bro.
gonna
And
put
he
him
might
in
get on
because
that first ballot.
they're gonna put him in because of his name and because
Yeah.
he beat the
Because
GOAT.
he did what? Because he did what?
He won a Super, but that's not. If you look at his
That's what I'm talking
stats, he's
about.
not good.
Is Cam going to the
But
hole?
he's going to. He might not be first ballot, but he's going to be in
Cam
the Hall.
not going to the hole,
Yes,
bro.
he
We know
is.
Cam not going to the
He
hole,
going to the Hall of Fame.
bro.
He going to Hall of
Cam's
Fame.
not going to the NFL hole.
Yes, he
No, he's not.
is.
And that's what I'm saying. If Cam would have won a chip, bro, if Cam would have won a chip and just had just as a good quarterback,
He was
not even
not going to
saying
Hall
he
of
not
Fame.
even as a
He was
I'm
not
not
going to
talking
Hall of
Brad
Fame.
Johnson anymore. I'm talking as a quality,
He was
decent
not
enough
going to go to the
quarterback.
Hall of Fame.
Huh?
He was not going to go to the Hall of Fame. He probably stay in the
If Cam
league
went
if he wasn't he if he let's say he had the same career year wise and he just won the championship. He was not going to Hall of Fame, right? Because his stats wasn't up there. I would say if he won a Super Bowl, he'd probably be in the league a little bit longer because now you win a Super Bowl. Now we believe that you can win. Look at the Russell
yeah,
Wilson.
y'all pushed him out. That's on y'all.
Huh?
Y'all pushed him
The
out.
COVID year kind of messed everything up, and then we brought in bum ass Mac Jones. That's a different story. Um, but Cam Newton, that 2015 makes him a Hall of Famer because not only does he brought a team, name one offensive player that was on that team other than
Greg
Greg Olsen,
Olsen, Calvin
other
Benton.
than
I'm not saying he had guys. That's not what
other than Greg
bro. I'm
Olsen.
not see this is what I be saying. You don't be listening to what I be talking, bro. I'm not disagreeing with you with the impact Cam had. I'm not at all. I was in college down there. I remember like how crazy Cam was. But what I'm saying is the winning, when they measure your greatness, they talk about did you win? It's simple as
I'm not
that. And
saying that he
it's
was
not
Hall of
fortunate
Fame.
and it's
I'm
difficult for
not
black
saying he was.
quarterbacks.
I'm not saying
Yes, they
huh?
bro, they asked, did you win? That's it. Did you win?
I'm not saying that we're gonna put him at top 10 QB. I'm saying the impact. I think Cam Newton had a bigger impact on the league than Eli Manning.
Right? But that's not the question. They asked him, they didn't say anything about your impact. They didn't say about anything about the
No,
culture. They didn't say anything about the black quarterback situation. They just saying, bro, would you trade that MVP for a
but that's
Super
the
Bowl?
question. But
So
my
another
but that
guy.
but that but that ties into the question for me. It's
No,
the
dog. No,
MVP.
okay.
But I'm
Okay.
saying the
So
MVP season makes him have a bigger impact of the league than
right.
in the Super
Let
Bowl.
me let me throw another name. Let me throw one more name. Very close to home for you. Matt Ryan. Won an MVP, damn near won a Super Bowl if it wasn't for a collapse. Right? So do you think from an impact standpoint, we know Cam had a bigger impact?
Mhm.
Who are they going to talk about as the better quarterback over the length of their career? In football circles, who's going
Sure,
to be who are they
sure,
going to talk
Matt
about?
Ryan. But who you
Exactly.
but
That's what
but,
I'm saying,
but
bro. Had Cam
but
won, it wouldn't even be a
that's a
conversation.
that's a biased question. If you
How? It's
ask
the
if,
same
if you
thing.
ask the question, who would you rather have in their prime, Cam Newton or Matt
I'm
Ryan? Who you gonna pick?
picking Cam Newton,
Okay. So what are
right?
we talking about?
Because what I'm saying to you is, right, neither one of those guys won. Neither one of those guys won a chip, but Matt Ryan also won an MVP, right? So if Matt Ryan, telling you now, Matt Ryan as winning long-term length of career, most are gonna take Matt Ryan, right? But we talking about peak career, we're gonna take Cam.
I think
But they
about
both are in that same category.
but who cares about that? I'm saying in 25 years, sure. Let's say you put Matt
It's
Ryan.
gonna be the same
No.
conversation.
Let's say
That's
you
what I'm
put Matt Ryan
saying.
above Cam Newton. I think in 25 years, we're gonna be talking more about Cam Newton than Matt Ryan.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we're not gonna be talking. They're not gonna be talking about either one because they didn't win.
We're gonna
But
talk
if
about
Cam Newton would have
Cam
won, if
Newton.
Cam Newton would have won, then they'd be talking
We
about him.
still talk about Mike Vick to this day.
Yeah, because Mike Vick was the first, bro. Mike
Nah, he
Vick was
wasn't the first. Randall
if was
Cunningham
the
was the
he was
first.
one of the first, and Mike Vick was the first to beat Mike Vick. There was no like, yeah, we had
Randall
Randall
Cunningham,
Cunningham, we had black quarterbacks before, but I'm saying
Randall
like Mike
Cunningham was
Vick
the,
was regular, like he was him, like
and we
coming
still
in
talk
out the
about
tunnels
today.
with the do rag on.
Cam Newton was him.
That's and I appreciate that. We all appreciate that, but that's not the conversation. It's like what are you going to be? How are you going to be remembered? And
I have a great point. I have a great, and then we have to go to the next topic because we're running out of time. But when people ask who's a better running back, Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders, who do people pick? Who
Barry
do people
Sanders.
Who do people talk about more of? Damn, I watched Barry Sanders of YouTube highlights.
Bro, okay, that's not a fair comparison because
How?
a running back is measured differently than a quarterback. They don't care about running backs winning championships. That don't matter. When we talk about who's the best of all time, that do not matter. That does not matter at all. Nobody ever thinks Emmitt Smith is the greatest. Bro, we do not talk about running backs winning championships the same way we talk about quarterbacks winning
But
championships.
what I'm saying is
We know Barry Sanders is a better player.
who had a bigger impact of the league.
Barry Sanders.
Hey,
It's,
and that's what I'm saying. You talking about rankings? I don't care about rankings. I'm talking about bigger impact. If
but
you talk
Barry Sanders is
about
the better player. The Super Bowls don't matter for a running back the same way they do a
Super
quarterback.
Bowl doesn't make
That's
you
what
a
I'm
better player.
saying.
People are gonna remember Cam Newton's MVP season versus Matt Ryan. I always forget
You
that Matt Ryan
will.
won MVP.
But that's what I'm saying because the MVP, the impact of the MVP don't hold the same weight as a Super Bowl. So that's what I'm saying. When Eli has two, Eli could have only had one.
I have a
If
question.
Peyton,
I have, a,
huh?
I have another question, and we gotta move on because you going crazy. Your kids or your future grandkids, whatever it may be, are they gonna remember Cam Newton's MVP season, or are they gonna remember Brad Johnson from the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl?
They wouldn't have seen either one, so
Oh
it don't matter.
no!
It don't
Stop,
matter.
man!
It don't
Stop it,
matter. And
bro!
nobody even know who Brad Johnson was.
That's
And
what I'm
we
saying.
took Brad Johnson out the equation though. We just talking about Cam still being Cam, having
Okay,
gotten the
okay.
bowl versus the
F
MVP.
Brad
We gotta
Johnson.
move on. We gotta go. We gotta
F
go.
Brad Johnson. Are people gonna remember
Yeah.
Cam Newton more or Joe Flacco?
No. Or who?
Joe Flacco. I'm saying his name wrong. Joe Flacco.
Same thing, but Joe Flacco kind of falls into that same category of he was good, he was
Who are we gonna
okay.
remember more?
You're not
Uh,
hearing
uh,
me.
I think
Christina telling me I'm talking too
I think you're
loud, so we
I think
gotta move on.
nah, I think you're agreeing with me, but you just don't want to say it.
I'm
But
not. I'm not though. I'm not. I'm not
anyway,
disagreeing over the impact of Cam, bro. That's not what I'm saying. I was disagreeing with the fact that the Super Bowl isn't more important when you think in the conversation in the big grand scheme of things. Because Eli is gonna be looked at differently than Cam.
because of his
That's
last
it.
name, because of his last name. But let's move on. Let's move on.
And because he's a white quarterback, but that's
That's a I don't think race has to do anything with this. But again, we could talk about this another time. All right, I want to talk about. You want to stick with football? Or you want to go to basketball?
I'm talking about the Knicks. We could stick with football. Let's cover that Senior Bowl situation.
We could talk about the Senior Bowl. We also talk about the NFL Pro Bowl and what we think.
That's crazy. Did you watch that last night?
What happened? Nah, I ain't
Did
watching.
you watch the
Nah,
challenge last night?
I don't want. I don't want to. I don't watch grown men playing dodgeball. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know what's crazy though? I remember when I was a kid and they used to have the after the season. Again, back in the day, the Pro Bowl used to be. They used to have those games like on ESPN with the NFL players, and I think that's what they're trying to do now. But back in the day, it used to be way better, bro. It used to be more competitive. They used to be dogs. Like it used to be more fun. Now it just
Yeah,
seems like just dudes playing around and all to it, but it's just like it's not. I don't like, look forward to watch it.
yeah, nah, and I mean, it's not. They don't play football anymore. They
They do
play
the flag
flag.
football. They
Yeah,
do
they
flag
play
football.
flag, and they did a speed walking contest. I
It's
think.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is wild. I think it's most. I think at this point, what they're trying to do, which makes sense, is like make it more. Um, I guess kid friendly. Like we already locked in. Like they know you and I and everybody else that are dedicated fans of their team. Like this has no impact on us. We still gonna watch the Super Bowl. We gonna watch next year. Same thing will happen. But to get a younger generation of fans into the game is probably like helpful to see. Oh, like they're doing silly stuff, like playing dodgeball. You get some facial recognition without a helmet on. I get that part of it, but it's corny. But it's
I,
not for the traditional fan.
players don't want to play when we had the Pro Bowl, it was just like no one was tackling. I remember back when Sean Taylor took the punter's head off back in the day. And Mike Vick, I remember my first Pro Bowl, I seen Mike Vick throw the ball to Larry Fitzgerald up deep, Mawson. It was crazy. But quick segment. Like I think the NFL Pro Bowl is not the same, but I'm happy they're trying at least. I'm not gonna watch until it improves. I'm not gonna watch the flag football match. Um, but like you said, it might be more to. It might be the audience might be to kids, and if that's the case, that's good because the new generation is gonna be able to stick with football, and that's how they're gonna make more money. I know you wanted to talk about the senior, bro. I haven't really watched practice too much. Um, but let's talk about it. What you've been seeing out there? I've been seeing Shiloh getting smoked, but he's saying
Yeah,
that's big news.
Shiloh. The highlights they show is Shiloh is crazy. Like the separation. I mean, it
It's hard
looks
being a
pretty
corner guy,
bad.
bro. Just remember,
It is. He also didn't play corner in college.
he was playing like a safe
Yeah,
in the box type of.
yeah,
He was
but
playing.
yeah, no,
He was playing slot corner here and there.
yeah, but the majority of his time wasn't spent at corner, and now he's going up against top guys where he was able to hide in college and kind of just roam the field and make plays that way. But yeah, when he get in that box, it's just a little different for him. But yeah, man, they kind of dogging my man Jalen Milroe, who I really had some decent hopes for, but the conversation around him right now is not good, and they got Jackson Dart shooting up the board, which um I think my biggest thing right now, my biggest issue is why Cam Ward and Shador Sanders aren't getting the love that I feel that they deserve. Like any other year, why are you making the face? What's wrong with Shador?
I'm just listening. I say my piece in a few. Keep going.
Shador Sanders is an NFL quarterback. Cam Ward has proved himself over the course of this season. He's done enough to be considered an NFL franchise quarterback. So, like, what is the issue with one of them being, or both of them being taken? And I know, like, everybody I talk to, for the most part, is a Shador fan. And I myself, like, I like Shador. I see how he's played. He's played a lot of football, and that matters. Like that really matters. And even he played at a lower level of college football, but then also like translated that into winning in Big 12 football. Like that's impactful. And he also went toe to toe with Caleb Williams last year. So in my opinion, like Shador Sanders is worthy of take if you need a franchise quarterback right now in a draft that's not filled with a lot of guys. Like I don't see why not, unless you just don't want to mortgage your future and you. But at the end of the day, if I'm the New York Giants, and Shador sitting on the board, I'm taking him. But like I said, Jackson Dart, his name is now popping up as one of those guys. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I think the game is tomorrow, so I definitely want to tune in to watch that.
Um, I think Cam Ward will be a bust. I think Shador can be good, but he has to be around the perfect environment, perfect team. And the reason why people are not talking about them like that because this is be straightforward. It's not a good QB class.
But how? Why? Why? What
Nah,
is
I'm
it
not
about
saying
the
they're
game?
I'm not saying they bums. Even Cam Ward for me, I don't think he's a bum. I just think his play style is not NFL. And I think Shador needs a perfect situation to be a good QB. You gotta understand he's been coached by his father since he was what, Pee Wee? So if he doesn't have a coaching staff or a team around him that he kind of can fit in, it might not work the best out for him. And you can say that for every play, but I'm saying for Shador, I think is more highlighted. I don't think Cam Ward will. Again, I just think his play style is not NFL, and I could be wrong. Usually, I'm not. I'm correct 92.3% of the time. Maybe that's six. Maybe that's 7.7% chance. I am wrong, but I don't think so. And Jackson Dart, I like him as a college. I like these guys as college QBs. NFL's different. Like, I said this last year with Caleb Williams. I was like, I like Caleb, but the way his style is not NFL, and we saw it this year where he's trying to make plays, trying to be the hero all the time. It's not gonna work.
You
What?
can't judge him off this single rookie
I'm not
year.
saying that he's gonna be a bum. I'm saying he has to just.
He also
What
has
I'm saying is facts. He has to change his game style for him to improve. He can't play like he played in college, and that goes with Cam Ward. That even goes to Shador a little bit. Shador is a little bit more poised. But like I said, I don't think this is the best QB class. I think this class is more um of your linemen. I think this class is more of your defensive pass rush. Again, if you get a skill play that's a dog, you might. I think there's a couple receivers here. You got T Mac from Arizona. You got um what's my boy LB3 from Missouri. You got a couple more receivers, but other than that, I don't think it's like a class that we're gonna be like, wow, it's gonna be a game changer. Again, that's how I feel.
Nah, the Shador thing. Did he hold on to the ball too long in college? Like, yeah, he took a lot of sacks that were unnecessary, but he also didn't have a quality O line. Again, playing big boy
But
football.
you understand, like you might not have a quality O line in the NFL.
Yeah, but that's to your point about Caleb too. So it also like coaching impacts that. I my thing is like, yo, from the body of work that both of them put forth this year specifically, and there's a lot of question around whether they could be quality NFL quarterbacks, and I just don't understand like how we look at what Shador has done. And I hear what you say about Dion being with him the whole time, but like, yo, man, been in the spotlight forever. Like he's built for this. So, and he's not somebody who shies away from challenges and pressure and has
New
shown that he can succeed in those moments. So, like, yo, give
York
him an
is built different,
opportunity,
by the way. New York is built different.
huh?
New York is different. I know he's been in the limelight.
Yeah,
New York is
uh,
different. If he goes to the
but
Giants, he's different.
yeah, there's much more media attention, but at the same time, yo, like I personally feel like he's somebody equipped to handle that, like what other young guys wouldn't be able to, and it's going to be a learning experience. But and he would have weapons here if the Giants were to take him, right? You pair him up with neighbors, they got money, you go sign T. Higgins, Tyrone Tracy in the backfield, you bring in another back to help him out, and you show up the O line, like it's a building block and. But they're gonna wait for Arch Manning and like what's the alternative right now? Like
I don't think Tennessee picks a QB the first pick. I think the dude from Penn State is moving up in the board. Um, I think Hunter might be a option. I don't think they pick QB first, like you said. They might wait for Arch Manning um if they're not that good.
yeah, here's my I'll leave it at this. But just like we've seen Josh Rosen while UCLA go what 3 to Arizona. We saw the Jets pick Zach Wilson. We saw Mac Jones go first round QB to you guys when you talk about everything being perfect around him. He had that situation at Bama. So in my opinion, my very humble opinion, I'm not an NFL scout by any means, but at the same time, based on what I've seen from both Shador and Cam, I think you got two quality quarterbacks there. And the narrative was similar on other guys coming out of school. There was questions around CJ Stroud, right? Now we saw what he was able to do that rookie year. So, but we'll see. Moving on, what we got next?
I think the Jets will move up to draft a QB. I mean, I actually think the Jets should actually move up to draft a QB. I think Aaron Rodgers and Shador would be a great pair.
That's what you want to see. You want to.
Yeah, man. Real quick, news came out. I think we should talk about this. News came out on Justin Tucker. My boy. I mean, allegedly. This is all allegedly. Six massage. What you call masseuse?
Yeah.
Six masseuse. I guess they're claiming inappropriate doings by Justin Tucker. He's coming. He's came out real quick though. He said these are false, like, false news, fake news, whatever you may say. Nothing's true. He says the truth will come out. So uh, we don't gotta talk too deep into it because we don't really know what's going on. It's just it broke the news, but if it is true, man, that sucks because that kills his reputation.
Which shows why he was kicking like that this year. Boy, he knew it was coming down. He knew, yo, he in the back of his head, he was like, yo, damn, I'm messed up. Like I can't.
Listen. It's
The
all.
last thing I can think about right now is a field goal, bro. Like
I
shit about
would
to get crazy.
I would say that's a good point, and it does make sense why he's been kicking, missing kicks. But listen, nothing is true or fake. I don't know. It's all allegedly. So I just want to say if it is true, because I don't know if it's true or not. It sucks for his reputation. him and Deshaun Watson might be able to. I don't know. Might do like a
Right. Cleveland about to send three
something.
first rounders to Buffalo for, I mean, Baltimore for.
Yeah, man, that's tough. And if he is guilty, what does the Ravens have to cut him, right?
I mean, that's what they did with Deshaun. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like I know Justin Tucker prior to this would have made his way into the hole as a kicker, whatever, one of the greatest kickers of all time. But he's a kicker, bro. Like it's way easier to cut ties with a kicker. You
Tuck,
got a case coming down on you. That's like, all right, we'll see you later, bro. Especially after the way you played this year, like it's nothing holding us to you. Deshaun had bread tied it, like yeah, it was
someone in the
the
Ravens,
franchise QB.
someone in the Ravens organization probably just sent that fake news just to get him.
Yeah, we gotta get
Yo,
rid of him. We
nah,
got
but be real, yo. Players, NFL, professional players, college players, y'all don't have to do this. Y'all can get in other ways where you don't have to force people's hands. Like you guys, you could pay for it somewhere else. Like, why do you guys go to these massage parlors and do this?
I
Like,
don't get the masseuse. Like, yeah, I don't understand that part of it. Like,
you,
why is that?
you, bro, I'm pretty sure these NFL players have women chasing them all the time. Like, why do you have to? Why do you have to do like? There's so many other options. I don't get it. And I'm not saying Justin Tucker is in the wrong because I don't know if it's true or not. But I'm saying like, y'all could, y'all have money. Yeah, I could go somewhere and make it happen. Like, why y'all gotta get into this? But hey, that's just me. I'm broke, so I don't know about these things. But yeah, Justin Tucker, good luck. Hopefully it isn't true, and you could be playing next year, and we like to see you play. But if it is true, man, that sucks.
He's a kicker.
Yeah.
Like that's sad. Like I said, he's a kicker. They about to his career is done.
Nah,
It's
this
a
is
wrap for
let's see how it plays out, and if it is true, we're sorry, to all the women out there, especially the six victims that we know. But again, we don't know if it's true or not. It's all alleged. But that was just my thing. Yeah, NFL players, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta stop going to these massage places, and y'all gotta stop drinking and driving, and y'all gotta stop hitting women too. Y'all gotta stop being angry. I don't know what's
yeah,
up
you
with the
gotta
football players, bro.
talk to your safety up there,
Ooh, oh, Jabril.
bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another story. I didn't even have the bro. You seen that it came out like I guess Juju was cheating. The Juju,
You think it's really Juju though?
yeah, they were on the same
You
team.
think so? I don't know.
Juju seemed the type. He seemed like the type, bro. He be doing
Yeah.
TikTok dances, and that's how you get the.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't cheat, but they Juju seemed like he's a good guy. Like he
You
did, I
never
don't know.
know, bro.
Cause he did just get engaged or something, or maybe he just
Yeah.
got married, whatever it is. So
You never
hopefully that's not the same Juju if it is, but hey,
you never know, bro. But
it's what it is.
that's a crazy story, Jabril, man. I'm disappointed. We better cut him. Like, not even that. Cocaine. Let's go crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
NFL, y'all making too much money. NFL guys, athletes in general, y'all making too much money doing these dumb stuff, bro. This dumb shit, bro. Like, come on, y'all gotta do better, bro. Y'all trying to build generational wealth for what? Y'all worked so hard for so many years. Some of these guys been playing football since they was 5 years old, bro. To this one mistake to ruin everything.
Yo, talking about wasn't Robert Kraft getting busy in a massage parlor too?
That was voluntary though.
Was it?
Yeah. He went he went to it wasn't nah, he didn't force the hand. He just went to one of those where they do it. That's different.
Yeah, yeah.
That's different, bro. Like he went to the spot where they do it, like voluntarily do it.
Nah, y'all got New England is crazy, bro. Cause like Bill out here with a 25-year-old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
I don't know. I feel like the max to me is 5 years, bro. No man or woman. Like you got the Robert De Niro's. Like the max should be 5 years in a relationship, bro. Like y'all could do what y'all want. Like the older people like to go out to these, have fun party. I'm talking about relationship wise. 5 years for me, even a 50-year-old with a 45-year-old woman, it's kind of weird to me. And no, we got family members that's just like I just think five
life
years
stage is
is
the same,
that's just
but
me. Like
But nah, she's like 30. Bill's probably
that's what
like
I'm saying. So he's
75, right? It's
European,
crazy.
bro.
Crazy.
That's crazy. This guy Bill weird. Like, but I don't think it's. I guess um, what beauty's in the beholder, love is in whatever. That's William Shakespeare, bro. But I guess people love who they love, but that shit is just weird, bro. Like it's nasty.
Yeah.
Um, I want to talk about this, man. I don't know if you know, but I hate LeBron James. But I want to talk about Bronny James. Ah, I want to say I mean, the reason why I brought this topic up is because what Stephen A. Smith he said something on First Take where he was like, "LeBron, stop doing this to your kid. Like you're putting him in a situation where he's not doing well or struggling or can't be successful, right? So you set him up for failure." I kind of disagree with that. I actually like we do it, man. WPs, black, Asian, no matter. Like we're gonna put people who we love in great situations, no matter how we feel or not, right? Like when we have kids, we're gonna try to put them in the best situation. LeBron has the power where he tries to put his kid in the best situation, right? It's up to the organization, the GM, to say, nah, we don't want Bronny James. It's not up to LeBron James to say, nah, I don't want my kid playing basketball with the Lakers. Because at the end of the day, you want what's best for who you love, especially your kids and your close ones, right? I do think Bronny James can be good because in the G League, he's been balling. He's been balling, bro. 32 points one night, da da da. I actually want him to succeed. Um, so that's what I want to say about Brian James. To piggyback off to that too, like LeBron James. We could talk about LeBron James another episode, but I don't know if you ever, I don't know if you know how I feel about LeBron James. I think he's the best, one of the best athletes of all time, especially in the NBA. But I don't think he's a top 10 basketball player. But that's a different story.
So the Bronny thing is like this. This is how I saw it. Right? You gave him the roster spot. Cool. It's a 55th overall pick. Yeah, somebody didn't get their name called, but I mean, Braun earned that right. JJ Redick is the coach of the Lakers because Braun wanted JJ Redick to be the coach of the Lakers. So Braun tells JJ we need to play Bronny in the first quarter. JJ's putting Bronny in the first quarter.
Okay.
Like, let's not get it twisted and think like JJ Redick is really sitting Braun down and telling him how he want things to
You know,
run. That's Braun organization right now. For whatever reason, is what it is. Like,
that's
is
that's
Braun a
what
Laker?
and that's
No,
but
he's
that's
not a
why
Laker.
that's why they're losing though. But it's not LeBron's responsibility
I
to
mean,
say I
they're
don't.
like 26 and 19 or something, whatever their record is. But they actually, so the thing is, they play in New York tomorrow, right? They play at the Garden tomorrow. I'm very curious to see if Braun is going to send Bronny out in that sort of environment. Because then I think they were in Washington last night and they were chanting MVP when Bronny was at the free throw line. And it's like, yo,
He was like 1 for 6 too.
and here it's going to be a very, very much a hostile
The only
environment
reason
for
why he was in
Bronny.
the game too is it was a blowout. So if it's a close game, they're not gonna put him in the game.
Well, the game before that, JJ put him in the first quarter. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, like clearly Braun is making these decisions because no way in hell JJ Redick was like, yeah, this is what we need. We need Bronny to play in the first quarter of this game at all. And he turned the ball over immediately, like, and it's putting him in a tough situation. Like you said, let him continue to flourish in the G League and he'll come on, after time. But right now, like I get it, Braun want to be on the floor with him. He want to see him do well while he's still in the league. But you're also, you know what I'm saying? Like you're setting him up to get beat up on at the end of the day because he's clearly not ready to get to that level, to play at that level, right? And then he's also taking all this criticism where he just can't focus on, I just want to get better. I want to let me just work on my game. It's now we talking about Bronny playing, you know what I'm saying, getting valuable minutes. And it's
Don't
like that shouldn't be a conversation.
But don't you think sometimes you gotta get thrown into the fire?
Yeah, of course, and we all do in different circumstances, but at the same time, this is a different fire, right? And he's genuinely not ready. Like it'd be one, and that's the other thing. Like the normal trajectory of a 55th overall pick is not to get first quarter minutes. It's not to get minutes at all right now, right? You stay in the G League and you work your way up, and you take your lumps and bruises there, and then that's going to prepare you for what you see when you get to this level. Getting thrown into the fire is essentially him playing in the G League right now. Because so I mean, yeah, we get it what Braun wants to do, but at the same time, for Bronny's long-term success, it's like, just kind of keep him tucked away for now until he's like ready to get these NBA minutes and then let us see him. So
I think I don't have a problem with it. If the Lakers have a problem with it, they just gotta step up. Talking about basketball, we got a few more minutes. Let's talk about the All Star. I guess the All Star stars got released and the reserves got released.
yeah.
There were a few snubs people were saying. Lamelo, Powell from the Clippers. Who else got snubbed? I think those are the top two. I think there was one more person they were talking about, but
Trey Young and Melo.
Trey Young gets snubbed every year. And he be killing on Nick. He's a good. I
Oh,
think
Trey Young's record against the Knicks is under 500. Everybody want to talk about like specific moments. Like, he ain't killing the Knicks.
he embarrassing. Yeah, stop it. Yeah, I haven't beat him in the playoffs. But yeah, Trey
We
Young
played
too.
them once.
Huh?
We played them. We played them once,
Yeah, I
and that
lost.
was the
Did you
start.
beat
That was
him?
the start. That was the start of our run. We
So
only
my
had
comment
Julius
was true. You
Randle.
guys never beat him in the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah. So the All Star thing came out. Um, I don't know if
This
you
is also a joke, though. This is another one. That's a joke.
the All Star.
Yeah, the NBA All-Star
Are they
game.
doing something different this year?
Yeah, it's like four teams, I think. It's essentially like playing a game of pickup. They'll choose who's playing with who,
That's
and break it up that way. But shout out to my Knicks. Shout out to the Dominican one, Carl Anthony Towns. He's back home. We got two starters in the All-Star game this year. We was hoping for a third player with Josh Hart jumping in there as a reserve, but that was a stretch. But
the Knicks. This is what I'm talking about with Knicks.
can't talk with the Knicks because you just hate
I don't hate anything. This is what I'm trying to say with Knicks fans. Knicks fans are very similar to Buffalo Bills fans in the sense where they're accepting average success, right? They're happy. Oh my gosh, we're 33 and 20, whatever the record is. Oh my gosh, we're third in the East. Da, da, da. But you're getting bounced out first round, second round. Like, who cares? You're not going to the championship. I can tell you that. There's no way you guys can't be
we're
alive.
not gonna argue about the Knicks. First of all, you can't speak for all Knicks fans. If the fans that you hear talking about we want Boston, we want XYZ, like those are fans that are not realistic. They don't know basketball. They don't know, they just kind of they're just talking at that point. True Knicks fans know that this is a process, right? And know that we've been taking strides in the right direction.
Be satisfied with
So
average.
not satisfied with average, bro. But like basketball, it's not an overnight situation. It's not a one game where what I'm saying anybody could win.
So if you
It's a
lose the second,
7 game series
you lose.
and the only reason we did not get to the conference championship last year is because we were not healthy. At the end of that run, all we had Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. That was the entire team at that point. We had nothing against
Does Carl
Indiana.
Anthony Towns have a win in the
Huh?
playoffs? Like, oh yeah, they went far a couple years ago. They went to Western. Well, that was Anthony Edwards, but that's the thing. Y'all don't got no players with any dog in them. Like
Talking about? What do you
Randall was
think?
the one with the dog.
No, he wasn't. You just saying that because he's dark skinned. Like Julius Randle was whack, bro. Like he's whack as hell. Jalen Brunson. Tomorrow night, play the Lakers. 8:30, ABC.
That's a bad
You're
game.
not doing nothing. Put the game on. Take a look. That's all.
It's regular season. That's what thing about NBA. I don't really.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even watch this. How you gonna sit here and say we don't got no dogs
I
on
watch
the
highlights.
league?
I can tell. Like
All right, that's
no
that's the
dogs on the
argument. Come
court.
on, bro.
Like when it
That's the
gets to the playoffs, it's a
argument.
different energy. There's no dogs, no ruff ruff. Like Cat, it's good. He's a great player.
We don't have dog. Yo, that's what I'm saying. You did not watch the series last year. Either one of them when Jalen Brunson went crazy in Philly, right? And now,
Really?
now he has additional
Joel
help.
Embiid had was on one leg.
Bro, come on. They also had Tyrese Maxey. We had nobody. It was
Max
literally
can't
Jalen
win by
and Josh
himself. And
Hart,
you
like I
know that,
said.
bro. Yeah, yo, listen. And
And
y'all
he
almost
still put
lost
up
that
50.
series. Y'all almost lost that series.
We did it. We did. We won in 6.
I almost lost that series, bro.
No, we did not,
Yes,
bro.
you
We won the
did.
series in
If
6.
if
Jalen
JB
was
was healthy,
hurt.
bro, y'all would have lost.
Oh, come that. How is it? We almost lost. If he was healthy, we would have lost. We didn't. You asked me earlier, did we win or did we lose? Which one? It
But
don't matter.
but y'all lost in.
Six,
Y'all lost. What
bro,
round
we
y'all
beat him
lost
in
in last year?
6.
Y'all
All
lost.
right, we beat him in what?
What round did you guys lose in?
Lost in the second round to Indy. With a
Second.
exact, and then you making an argument for Joel Embiid. And I
Nah,
was saying,
so you're saying you guys lost in the second round last year, right?
oh, there's
Yeah.
3 rounds to get to the
No, no.
conference to get to
So you
the
lost in the
chip.
second round last year, right? To the Pacers,
Yes,
right? You're saying
yes,
you have a better team this year, right?
yes.
So you're saying if you lose in the second round this year again, you're okay because you're still in progress?
Not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a process to get to a chip. That's how it works. In basketball, it takes a long time to get to that point.
And y'all been
Nobody
working on
goes
it.
from zero
How,
unless you just
how
build
long
a
is it gonna
super
take?
team.
It's been 5 years.
Has not been 5 years. Jalen Brunson been a Knick for 3 seasons. What do you mean?
Okay, my bad.
We've just
This
got
is
we
fourth
just
year.
got this roster, bro. We just got this roster this year. This is the first time they played together.
When you gonna win a
First
championship?
time they played together. Right now
When
with a
you gonna
three
win a
seed.
championship?
Playoffs start today. Hold on. Playoffs start today with a 3 seed, and we play Boston in the second round, right? Who arguably is the best team in the NBA. So it's a toss up.
I don't.
So if we let's say we go to that second round matchup against Boston and we get put out, all right.
You gonna be
It is what
happy?
it is
You gonna be
right
happy?
now. But it's again continued progress,
Are
man.
you gonna
That's
be
it. It's
happy?
about matchups.
You gonna be happy if they get to the second round?
You keep
I'm
asking
asking a question. No,
questions.
no, I just said.
Asking
It's
that
a,
question. Am I gonna be happy if we get put out in the second round? Of course not.
okay.
But what I'm saying right now is about the matchup, right? We know Boston is the best team in the East. Yeah, Cleveland has the best record. Boston is the best team in the East. The Knicks right now are number 3.
You're not the
Second
third.
round
You're number
matchup
three,
would
but
be
you're not the
Boston.
third best team in the East, though.
So who's better than us?
You got the Celtics, right? You got
Who
the
else?
Cavs, right?
That's a toss-up. We
And I
beat them in
thought
the playoffs last year. Same roster.
no,
Same team, bro.
different coach,
Same
different
team.
coach,
No.
different coach,
So
different coach.
what?
Kenny
Same 12
different
players.
coach. That
And
pays a
you're not
difference.
about to say Indiana. You said Indiana?
No, let me talk. Indiana, maybe.
Get out of here. Come on. All right. Now
Milwaukee for
you just
sure.
mad.
Milwaukee for
What?
sure.
We beat them twice. What are you
Milwaukee
talking
for
about?
sure. And Orlando.
No, you're wrong.
Orlando.
Atlanta.
Orlando.
Atlanta. Orlando, who's under 500 right now? Like
Orlando? They're not.
Orlando's 24-25, bro. Come on, man. Come on. They don't even have Paolo.
Cavs better than you. Celtics better than you. Knicks better than you. I mean, sorry.
Knicks
Cavs better than you. Celtics better than you.
than
Bucks
us.
better than you.
All right.
Magic better than you. Powell's hurt?
Yes.
All right. So when he comes back, he's better than you. Yeah.
They're not better than us, bro. Anybody watching basketball this year knows that the Knicks are a top 5 team in the NBA. The numbers say so.
Are you a top
You can
five
talk
team?
about that regular season stuff all you want. Don't matter, bro. That starting 5 can match up with anybody. The issue is the depth and the health of Mitchell Robinson right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We saved this. We got it on video. We'll see what happens when we get to the spring. So
Okay. My Bucks. I'm a Bucks fan.
that is Bucks.
I'm a Bucks fan. I always been a Bucks fan. I used to be a big Brandon Jennings fan. I'm a Bucks and Mavericks fan. So those are my
You
two
got 2
teams.
teams. All right.
I like teams, bro. What's wrong with that?
See me in the spring, and we'll see.
All right, I think that's it for now. Hold on. Oh, I just want to give a shout out to Ime Aduka, the Rockets head coach. He's the best. He's the best coach in the NBA, man. He got to be at least top 3, top 2. He deserves a Celtics ring. The Celtics, the reason why the Celtics won the championship because of him and Jaylen Brown. That's it.
Your basketball takes is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Your basketball takes is
What's wrong with that take? He created that team, bro. What are you talking about?
No, first of all, we talk about creating teams. Brad Stevens created the team. That's number 1. Brad Stevens created the team before him. Brad Stevens stepped down. Ime Udoka, I'm not
But
arguing
Brad
with you.
Stevens never went to the championship.
He's a phenomenal coach. Yeah, they did.
He
They went
didn't.
to they went to the Eastern Conference Finals
Yeah, but
when
he
they
never
had.
went to the championship until
Yeah,
my boy
but
came
Brad
in.
Stevens is still the president of basketball operations, whatever he is. So he's controlling all the roster moves. He's bringing Drew Holiday in there. He's helping develop or drafting Peyton Pritchard. Like he's bringing the guys in there that they've gotten on the roster to win. He brought KP in there. You know what I'm saying? So
But you need
hats off
someone
to
to
Brad
coach.
Stevens. But yes, I'm not arguing with you that Ime Udoka wouldn't have got that chip. Yeah, for sure.
Jason
Second best
Tatum's
coach in the
overrated.
league.
Jason Tatum's soft, bro. Jaylen
He's
Brown
going.
deserves to be the face of the NBA if you're gonna pick a Celtics player.
I'm not arguing with that.
I
I'm
think Jaylen
not.
Brown's better than Jason Tatum. I don't think Jason Tatum's a top 5 player either.
Jason Tatum skill wise could be very good.
He's a
Jason
regular
Tatum.
season assassin, but in the playoffs he ain't good.
Look, man, Jason Tatum is a quality basketball player. Is he a top 5 player in the league right now? No, because it's just guys is better than him. But not taking anything away from him. I think they're both right there. They're a good duo, and they were going to break them up. So patience, process takes time. Like I said, how many years did it take for them to get to get a chip? How many trades? How many free agent signings? How many draft picks? It's a process. Don't worry about us. We'll be all right. Worry about your Bucks and your Mavs. Worry about them.
I'm a Bucks fan, Mavs fan, and Cleveland fan. Hold on. What's I like? I select
Right.
Thunder too.
So we just
I actually like the Grizzlies and Rockets.
taking all
I
the
like the
top records.
Rockets bend, bro. I like the Rockets bend, bro. But yo, I'm gonna say this last thing and then we can end this episode. The Knicks would not win this championship in your lifetime, and it's accepted. The Knicks would never have that it in them because they don't have those it players. Jalen Bronson's a
You
good player, but
watch
he only got it.
highlights. We're not gonna argue if you
Carl
only
Anthony
watch the
Towns is a
highlights.
good player, but
When
he
you
don't got
sit
the it.
down and watch a game, we can stream a game. We can do whatever you want.
You gonna wait the playoffs? I'm not gonna watch.
I,
I'm not wasting my time with regular season
so
basketball,
then you
bro.
can't talk about
I'm not
basketball
wasting my
until the
time with regular season
playoffs.
basketball
You can't
because
talk about basketball until the playoffs. That's so we tabling all basketball
no, I'm
talk
gonna give
until the
my takes
playoffs.
because I
You
see.
can't.
I'm
Nah,
not
you
gonna
can give
watch a whole
updates.
2 quarters of
You can
NBA
give updates.
basketball when they not even trying hard, bro. That's
You could give updates. You let us know the stats. We coming to you for the stats.
yo.
Post game presser. That's all you.
I appreciate it, Just man. I appreciate you because you speak what you believe. And what you believe in it be nonsense. But I appreciate it. SIZZLERZ, I appreciate you guys joining. We up to 8 subscribers on YouTube. We need to get more love on Instagram though, but it's just the beginning. Um we got a few sponsorships coming up soon. Justin and I we're gonna do commercials. He's gonna get his acting on. So we're gonna sponsor these new things. We're gonna support black businesses. We're gonna support businesses overall, but priority is gonna be black business just because we're gonna get the local black businesses out there. Um, and we got more coming soon. We're gonna have a few guests coming soon. We got a few guests want to be on the show. Um, and that's pretty much my 2 things, my piece that I want to say before we end it. And just if you have anything to end, go ahead, bro.
Nah, all good. No football this weekend, so I don't know. It's about to be a slow
Watch your
weekend,
Knicks.
but I am watching the Knicks. Watching the Knicks, but no football Sunday. But nah, bro. Enjoy your weekend.
You too,
Good
man.
chat with your awful takes. I do
You
want to
know,
revisit that Cam conversation though, because that was we'll talk about that
nah, I
more.
can't. Yo. This is the guy that said, look, yo. This is the guy that said Jalen Hurts is regressing.
He
This is the guy, let
did.
me
He
talk.
did.
This is the
He
guy that said Jalen
did.
Hurts is regressing and
He
is trash.
did.
This is the guy that says Cam
That
Newton doesn't have a
trash.
legacy. What is this
Yo,
guy talking about?
nah.
Yo,
When you be hearing the stuff you hear is really, I don't know
yo, it's on video,
how
bro.
how do you process what's coming in your ear
On
versus
video. You said Brad. Yo, anyways, yo, SIZZLERZ, Thank you for joining. We continue this conversation later. I think it's episode 7. I'm losing count already, but it's been a fun start. This is only the beginning. Peace out.